Hello students, hope you are utilizing your time well at home. Tell me what comes to your mind when I say Dandi March. Hmm? What was it about? See if you can answer the riddle. Hmm? Did I hear salt? Yes, salt is life, but we will talk about its industries and its uses later. Right now we will read a story of two brave children, Thanyak and Changun of the Nokte tribe, who live in the beautiful state of Arunachal Pradesh. Let's read the story. Taste this, Grandma Kamlong said. She scooped out a ladle full of broth from the pan over the fireplace. It smelled delicious. Grandma blew on the bamboo ladle to cool the broth. Then she poured a little into Thanyak and Changun's open mouths. Yuck, exclaimed Thanyak. It tastes awful. Don't like it, do you? Said Grandma with a toothless grin. But watch now. Using the ladle, she scooped up a little salt from a wooden bowl and poured it into the broth. She sang a Nokte ballad as she stirred. Then she made the children taste the broth once more. Delicious, Grandma, they said, smacking their lips in approval. Magic, isn't it? Grandma said. The broth was tasteless before, but now it is delicious. What caused this miracle? Salt, the children said in chorus. Grandma placed 3 reed mats upon the floor, as well as dishes of bamboo and bamboo tumblers. Ladling out steaming rice and broth on the plates, she said, That's right, for the Nokte, salt is more precious than gold. Our village was rich in past, continued Grandma. We grew millet and paddy in our fields. The jungles gave us shrubs, ferns, and fruits. Our young men went hunting for meat, and most important, we had salt. Did we make our own salt, Grandma? Changun asked, surprised. Yes, we did. A salt spring used to flow by our village. We built shallow troughs and filled them with salt water. The sun dried away the water, leaving grains of salt in the troughs. Must have been a lot of salt, Thanyak observed. Yes, much more than what our village required. Our men stuffed the surplus into hollow bamboo tubes and took it to the plains each winter. They bartered the salt for clothes, beads, and other necessities. But there is no salt spring now, Changun said. Grandma sighed. Our village is poor now. We are no longer self-sufficient. Our men walk to Khonsa township to buy salt. Yes, it happened one. Did the salt spring dry up? Thanyak asked. Yes, it happened one winter, years ago. Our source of wealth dried up with it. Why did it dry up? Persisted Thanyak. No one knows. Tell me, Grandma, he said, if the spring flows again, will it bring prosperity to our village? Certainly, smiled Grandma Kamlong. Later in the afternoon, Thanyak and Changun went to search the spot where the salt spring had flowed into the river. To their surprise, they had no difficulty. The furrow through which the salt spring had flowed was clearly visible. Only ferns and creepers covered the furrow. They could see it wind up the mountain, a ribbon of light green against the darker green of dense jungles. Tanya cried, We can follow it upstream. Early next day, after their morning meal, Thanyak and Changun started for their quest. Both had bamboo tubes strapped to their backs to carry drinking water in them. They were children of the mountains. The steep climb may have exhausted others, but not them. They were not afraid of the jungles either. Because they lived close to nature, they knew that most of these dangers were imaginary. Only if one accidentally disturbed a wild animal would it attack. So far they had met with only one obstacle, a large python, but it just raised its blunt hammer-like head, flicked out its forked tongue, and slid away to a higher branch. But halfway up the mountain, a more serious obstacle came their way, a herd of wild elephants. Changun said, taking care not to make the least noise, they crawled up a little ahead. They could not see. We'll continue from page 14 in the next video.